A very good morning, students. This is our revision for class 10th, and as we have done revision with the help of sample question paper, we have discussed the variety of question and the pattern, that how we have to answer the questions which belong to a different marks category. Now, as far as the political chapter is revision, that we are doing the revision of the chapter lesson 3 from the civics, and it is political parties. So when we study this chapter, there are mainly three things which you has to remember as far as the question paper concerned. Okay, so here we are going to explain once again and discuss once again what are the main function of a political party in a country. So first of all, that when we talk about the main functions of a political party in a nation, that what does a political party do? Basically, political party fill political offices and exercise political power. Party do so by performing a series of functions. So when the question will ask to you that explain the various functions of political party, so you directly start to write that there are the following functions which used to performed by a political party in a country. First of all, first basic function of a political party is parties contest elections. Yes, in a nation, in most democracy, elections are fought mainly among the candidates put up by political party. Parties select their candidates in different ways. In some countries, such as the USA, members and supporters of a party choose its candidates. Now, more and more countries are following this method. In other countries like India, top party leader choose candidate for contesting election. As you can write down that the first main function of a political party in a democratic nation is party contest election. It is mandatory. It is a basic function of a political party that political parties contest election. In USA, that what is the pattern, that parties select their candidate in different way, and in some countries such as the USA, members and supporters of a party choose their own candidate, while in India, the major party, the top party like Congress and BJP, they choose their candidate for the contesting elections. Now the second function of a political party is parties put forward different policies and programs. The second function of political party is political parties put forward the different policies and programs, and the voters choose from them. Each of us may have different opinions and views on what policies are suitable for the society, but no government handle such a large variety of views. In a democracy, a large number of similar opinions have to be grouped together to provide a direction in which policies can be formulated by the governments. This is what the parties do. A party reduces a vast multitude of opinions into a few basic positions which it supports. A government is expected to base its policy on the line taken by the ruling party. So, the second function of a political party is that a political party put forward the political party put forward the policy and the programs. Okay, this is the second basic function of a political party. Now the third function of a political party is parties play a decisive role in making laws for a country. How? Formally, laws are debated and passed in the legislature. But since the most of the members belong to a party, they go by the direction of the party leadership, irrespective of their personal opinion. So, party also play a decisive role in making of law. Okay, and how that first of all, laws debated and then it passed in the legislature, but since the most of the member belong to one political party, so the idea of the whole party is represented by its leader, and it doesn't matter that individually they are differ or the different in their opinion, but the party has to follow the views and the opinion of its leader. That's why it is called a party. So another function of a political party. First function is political party contest elections. Second, political party put forward the policy and the program. Third, political party play a decisive role in making law. And the fourth function of a political party form and run government. These are the functions that after the formation of political party, what they do basically, they form government and they run the government. As we noted last year, the big policy decisions are taken by political executive. That comes from the political parties. Parties recruit leaders, train them, and then make them ministers to run the government in the way they want. Yes. So after the winning the election, the political party, the major political party or the winning political party form the government, and then they run the government in the favor of the country people. Now the fifth function of a political party is the party that lost in the election play the role of opposition party. And what is the role of opposition party? Time to time they voice their different views and criticizing current government's failures or wrong policy. Opposition party also mobilize opposition to the government. Yes, here there is in a democracy the significance of a opposition political party is also too much. Now the another function of a political party is parties shape public opinion. One of the most important function of a political party in a democracy is that parties shape public opinions. How? They raise and highlight issues. Parties have lakhs of members and activists spread all over the country. Spread all over the country. Spread all over the country. Many of the pressure groups are the extension of political parties among different sections of society. Parties sometimes also launch movements for the resolution of problems faced by people. Often opinions in the society crystallize on the lines parties take. So in this manner, any political party also play a significant role to shape the public opinion about their image, about their working, and about their, you can say, existence in the politics. Another main political parties function is parties provide people access to government machinery and welfare scheme. How? That it is because of the political party existence that in a democracy people develop their access to reach the welfare scheme of the government, that whatever is implemented by the government. For an ordinary citizen, it is easy to approach a local party leader than a government officer. That is why they feel close to party even when they do not fully trust them. Parties have to be Parties have to be responsive to people's need and demands. Otherwise, people can reject those parties in the next elections. So these are the way that these are the following six functions which a political party perform in a democracy. Now, when we talk about another important question which can be asked in the examination from this chapter is challenges to political party. Explain the main challenges to the political parties in a democratic country. So when we talk about that, what are the basic challenges which a political party used to face in a democracy are, the first challenge is lack of internal democracy within party. Yes, the utmost, you can say, great challenge in front of the political party is that even they belong to a one single party, but the opinions and there is lack of unity within a one political party. That's why the first challenge is to be counted as the lack of internal democracy within the party. All over the world, there is a tendency in a political party towards the concentration of power in one or few leaders at the top, and it creates problem. Party do not keep membership register, do not hold organizational meeting, and do not conduct internal elections regularly. Ordinary members of the party do not get sufficient information on what happens inside the party. They do not have the means or the connections needed to influence the decision. As a result, the leaders assume greater power to make decisions in the name of the party, since or one or few leaders exercise paramount power in the party. Those who disagree with the leadership find it. So these are the things. The first important challenge to the political party is party lacks internal democracy. What it's mean? That that a political party is a group of the people. Definitely there will be one top leader, and after that there will be the lower one. But when we talk about that lack of internal democracy, it means they didn't trust each other, and there are the certain people who is enjoying the power, who are at the top position in a political party, and that's why rest of the members feel they don't feel that so much importance within the party. It is not a good signs for the progress of a or existence or the development of a political party. So thus how they can improve it, that they have to maintain the register, they have to conduct regular meeting, they have to ask to the other members of the political party also before making any decision or discussing anything which they want to implement to strengthen the party. So this is the first challenge in front of the political party, that party's lack of internal democracy. Now, the another challenge in front of the political party is the second. The second challenge of dynastic succession is related to the first one, since most political parties do not practice an open and transparent procedure for their functioning. How? That there are very few ways for an ordinary worker to rise to the top in a party. Yes, those who happen to be the leaders are in a position of unfair advantage to favor people close to them or even their family members. Yes, it is just like that they use the hierarchy system, that just like that the people who are for a long period of time who are in a politics enjoying the top position, only they prefer that their own family members or the candidate who are in their relation should be having the power in future at the same position. So this also influenced the party image and the internal democracy, as now the common people who are the members of the same political party, they feel very isolated, and they feel that they are ignored by these pattern of succession. Now in many parties, the top positions are always controlled by the members of one family. This is unfair to the other members of that particular party. This is also bad for the democracy. Yes, since people who do not have adequate experience or popular support come to occupy positions of power. This tendency is present in some measure all over the world, including in some of the older democracies. So, this is so. Now, the another challenge in front of the political party is third challenge is about the growing role of money and muscle power in the political party, especially during elections. Since parties are focused only on winning election, they tend to use shortcuts to win elections. They tend to nominate those candidates who have or can raise lots of money. Rich people and the companies who give funds to the party tend to have influence on the policies and the decision of the party. In some cases, parties support criminals who can win election. Democrats all over the world are worried about that increasing role of rich people and big companies in the democratic politics. So third challenge is growing role of money and muscle power in politics. It is also the another challenge in front of the political party. Okay. Then fourth challenge is that very often party do not seem to offer a meaningful choice to the voter. Lack of offering a meaningful choice to the voter, this is the another and the last challenge in front of political parties in a democratic nation, that they are not able, the political parties are not able to offer a meaningful choices to the voters. In order to offer meaningful choice, party must be significantly different. In recent years, there has been a decline in the ideology differences among parties in most of the world. For example, the difference between the Labour Party and the Conservative Party in Britain is very little. They agree on more fundamental aspects but differ only in details on how policies are to be framed and implemented. In our country, too, the differences among all the major parties on the economic policies have reduced. Those who want to really different policies have no option available to them. Sometimes people cannot even elect very different leaders either because the same set of leaders keep shifting from one party to another. So these are the students. The another important question which belong to this chapter is there are the few political changes challenges to the politics or the political parties in a democratic nation. First, the lack of internal democracy. Second challenge that they follow the pattern of dynastic succession. And the third is growing money and muscle power. And the fourth is that parties are not able to offer a meaningful choice to the voters. Now, the last question which uh, is framed from this chapter is now how can party be reformed? Give any three ways that can reform the political party. Now, the first challenge is the first reformation that how we can reform the political party. First is the constitution was amended to prevent elected MLAs and MPs from changing party. This was done because many elected representatives were indulging in defection in order to become minister for cash rewards. Now, the law says that if any MLA or MP changes parties, he or she will lose the seat in the legislature. This new law has helped bring defection down. At the same time, this has made any dissent event more difficult. MPs and MLAs have to accept whatever the party leaders decide. Now, another reform that how we can reform, how we can, reform the political party is the another way. The Supreme Court passed an order to reduce the influence of money and muscle power and criminal. Now it is mandatory for every candidate who contests election to file affidavit giving details of his property and criminal cases pending against him. The new system has made a lot of information available to the public, but there is no system of check if the information given by the candidate is true. As yet, we do not know if it has led to decline in the influence of the rich and the criminal. Now, another way to reform the political party in a democratic nation is the Election Commission passed an order making it necessary for political party to hold their organizational election and file their income tax returns. The parties have started doing so, but sometimes it is mere formality. It is not clear if this step has led to greater internal democracy in political parties. Besides these, many suggestions are often made to reform political party. Students, the way of reform a political party, these what I have discussed right now, these are already into in exercise. Okay, as the constitution has amended to prevent the MLAs and MPs from changing party, it has been already implemented. How much they are implementing, that is another story. Second, the Supreme Court also passed the law to reduce the influence of money and muscle power. And the third is that the Election Commission passed an order making it necessary that political party should hold their organizational election and file their income tax return so that they can stop the ill use of money and muscle power or the poor tactics in the politics or in a political party. But there are some suggestion also. Now what I will read, these are the suggestion. These are the suggestion which is given by the people that how we can more reform our political party. First is a law should be made on regulate the internal affairs of political party. It should be made compulsory for political party to maintain a register of its member, to follow its own constitution, to have an independent authority, to act as a judge in case of party disputes, to hold open election to the highest posts. Second suggestion that second suggestion that there should be uh, Second suggestion, it should be made mandatory for political party to give a minimum number of tickets, about one third, to women candidates. Similarly, there should be a quota for women in the decision making bodies of the party. Third suggestion, that there should be state funding of election. The government should give parties money uh, to support their election expenses. This support could be given in kind of petrol, paper, telephone, etc., or it could be given in cash on the basis of the vote secured by the party in the last election. So these are the suggestions that which has given that how we can reform our political party. And if we see the questions also, that there are the questions that where you have to describe. Question 2, the challenges faced by the political party, we have discussed it. Suggest some reforms to strengthen political parties so that they can perform their functions well. We have discussed that how we can, what are the ways that we can reform political party, the definition of political party. And so in this way, from this chapter, mainly three topics you have to cover, which are so important, and the question can be asked for these same content. Till then, do revision. Okay, read the chapter thoroughly, as this year you are having very less syllabus. Okay, and do the practice how to solve the question paper of social science within 3 hours.